Mark your calendars, put it in your put it in your agenda for today that at 3:30 today, Suella Braverman is going to address the UN. And in the process, as we are about to see, embarrass the entire United Kingdom in a what is going to be an absolute face palming moment. Because being unable to actually fix the problem of asylum claims here in the UK, and we've gone over the fact of what she could do multiple times. All she would have to do is fund the asylum system properly, which they have on purpose underfunded, which is part of this problem, and then also sort safe routes out across the channel. The second you do that, there is no reason for anyone to use these small boat crossings. There is a reason why the second these types of things went away, you saw an increase in small boat crossings. They know this. She knows this. And it is a refusal to accept the reality of what they need to do to fix the system in which they have broken. And the reason why they are trying to do this, and essentially Suella Braverman is going to go to the UN to ask them to solve her problem. Because what is stopping the Tories from enacting things like the Rwanda plan or these other crazy asylum plans that they've got at the moment is it's international law. This is why Suella Braverman's going, because she wants to ask the UN to change the legally binding asylum charter that every single country in the world has pretty much signed up to. She's in effect asking everyone else to try and solve her problem. And this is going to be met with such international condemnation, with bemused looks, and once again, people thinking, just what on earth is going on in the United Kingdom? It's not a good look. It is not a good look at all. But before we get more into this, please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can all buy me a coffee. There is also the YouTube thank you button. And of course, there is the Pony Club down below as well. So, what we know so far in this speech is that she's going to say that this current rules that the asylum system currently works under the international law is just not fit for the modern age. This was done in a big achievement after World War II, and oh, weren't we good for doing all that? But now, no, it needs to change. And one of the big things that people are really being shocked at is that Suella Braverman wants to put in a big legal definition between someone who is persecuted and someone who is hold on a second, and someone who is discriminated against. Those are the two legal definitions she wants to try and put into this. And this is highly worrying because, as far as what we can tell from this speech, if you are being persecuted, fine, excellent, come along. But if you are being discriminated against in your country, well, sorry, it doesn't apply to you. This is what she wants to try and do. But so often, as we see in many of these cases around the world where these people are fleeing from persecution and discrimination, it's a pretty much a double package. But this is the excuse that Suella Braverman is going to try and offer to the UN, as this is why we have to do it. You don't understand. People are coming here and they're just saying that they're being discriminated against. How can we give them asylum if they're just being discriminated against? Already, LGBT groups in the UK are trying to urge, especially the conservative LGBT groups, to go out en masse and start condemning Suella Braverman for this. So expect there to be about 4 o'clock-ish, probably, a big blowback against Suella Braverman, because I'll tell you now, this will make hay for Labour tomorrow. At PMQs tomorrow, this is going to be a thing. And I said it before at the start of this, this does not make us look good. This just does not make us look good on a world stage at all. Not only that, at the moment, Suella Braverman also trying to tighten up rules so that social care workers or nurses, if they come here under that asylum application, because we do need a lot more people in social care and nurses as well. This has been a historical case even before now. She's trying to change these rules so that if you come over here on this, that you can't bring your family members. So if a nurse came over who had a daughter or a partner, can't bring them over. She wants to put a full stop to those dependencies in what are two key professions that we desperately need more of in this country. Suella Braverman hasn't got a damn clue what she's doing in this office. She was put there for no other reason that she supported Rishi Sunak in that bid against Boris Johnson and managed to rally the right wing to Rishi Sunak, which saw off Boris Johnson. She was rewarded for playing politics. She is in a position that she has no idea what to do. There have been people even telling her what she needs to do to really solve this problem. As we've said before, fund the system properly, open safe routes. Job done. But she daren't even do that. Why? Because she is playing to the right wing. This is someone who has openly stated she wants to be seen as the next natural leader of the Tory party. If she is this incompetent, as we've seen before, why on earth would we even trust her potentially to be someone who could be prime minister? This should be seen as someone who is an idiot. And just like Priti Patel, who was another previous home secretary who was exactly the same, completely out of her depth, completely incompetent at her job, got sent back to the back benches, never to be seen for quite some time, but has occasionally raised her head at the National Conservative Conference saying, oh, actually, I was really good. But no, she was seen by even her own party as being completely incompetent. Now, Suella Braverman is just going to go and embarrass the UK on a world stage, and it is going to be, hopefully, her final curtain call. Hopefully. I don't think it will be, because I think Rishi needs her. He needs that support that she brings to him. As we've said before, he's a weak prime minister. He needs that support from that wing of the party. And the reason why she's being allowed to get away with all this and do all this stuff is because it's just red meat. Please vote for us. We're doing something with the asylum system, even though it's not working. And experts have told them time and time again what you need to do to sort the system. They just refuse to do it, because if they did, oh, well, they're being soft on the asylum system. And that doesn't play well with the right of the party. Even though reality disagrees incredibly so much with this crazy, crush, more hard right factor every single time. This has been their path from what it had been since Theresa May. Just shift more and more right wing. And even though they go further along this right wing course, the further they go, every single time, it just ends up in disaster, doesn't work, disaster, doesn't work, disaster. And you'd think maybe they'd change course. Maybe they'd consider something else. But no, every single time they just go further and further. No, we've got to be more hard right. We've got to be more hard right. It's not working for them. And yet she's going to go out on the world stage and embarrass us all today. So we'll probably cover the reactions tomorrow. But until then, we'll see you all next time.